Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Hari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Hari Ram Sankirtan Yajna ki Jai Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai Prabhupada ki Jai. So
he's here.
Haribol. Apologies, we had some technical issues. Somehow we've not been able to connect. We are here now. Apologies. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Gaurang Trashku, Hare Krishna, Sumedh, Hare Krishna, everybody. Do we have Chintamani Mataji on?
No, she's not on so far.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll just quickly check upon her. Sumedh, if we can carry on for
sorry.
minutes. Yeah, thank you.
Should we just carry on with a little kirtan in a minute?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Panchatattva, 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 Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, 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 Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Panchatattva Bhagavan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, I think from what I've heard, from the information that I've got, we are unable to contact Mataji. So that doesn't mean that the program will stop, because devotional service must carry on. And so we will have a substitute lecture instead. Again, we'd like to really apologize to the devotees for this inconvenience. This is, I don't know why it's happened. This is it. This is the material world. Sometimes these things happen. We aren't perfect. These obstacles come in our path of devotion, but whatever obstacles come, we should try and carry on our devotional service, and the Lord will give us, Lord will take care of us. So this is the real test of our devotion. It's not about when things are going easy, but it's about things are going hard. So when these things happen, we just have to adjust. So Madhava Kumar Prabhu, anything you'd like to say?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sumedh, for that cover-up act. I do appreciate. Sincere apologies to everyone. This is our monthly engagement, Bhajan Sandhya night. We do this every third Friday of the month. Unfortunately, like it happens sometimes in our lives, things haven't gone to plan today. It was like there's a wedding and all the invitations have sent out and the guests are ready, and then the bride and the groom disappear. So unfortunately, our guest for tonight, we've had some communication gap, so she's not able to join today, but we'll continue with the plan for the night. Tonight, as we do every third Friday of the month, we take time to sing bhajans, which are another form of glorification of the Lord. The month of May, and I'm assuming most of you have a copy of our Vaishnava calendar at ISKCON Manchester. It's the challenge is to offer a prayer. And I'll just quickly read from the small excerpt, which is part of our wonderful, beautiful, colorful calendar. So the May challenge is to offer a prayer. We learn prayers from our childhood. There are simple prayers of gratitude, prayers for the welfare of loved ones, and of course, prayers for some cherished desire to be fulfilled. We offer prayers for forgiveness and prayers for strength to change ourselves for the better. Atheists think that a prayer to God is sheer imagination. For centuries, however, thousands of sincere practitioners have accumulated definitive evidence of the positive results of prayer. The real purpose of prayer is not to gain material resources or even spiritual salvation for oneself, the power of prayer is best utilized when we petition Krishna for things that will help us spiritually connect with him. When we pray with devotion and separation, Krishna hears. So singing bhajans or glorification of the Lord in this way is also a form of prayer, and the bhajans are understood to be the summarized version of what our scriptures are telling us. Our acharyas and the senior disciples in the Gaudiya Vaishnava and other religious movement, they have very painstakingly scrutinized all the Vedic scriptures, and they have put together the essence of these scriptures in a song format. And so these are their heartfelt prayers, which we are benefiting from, and in this way connect with Krishna or our eternal Father, our dear Lord. So the plan today is to sing a few bhajans and thereby make our connection and keep up with this suggested challenge of the month to offer our daily prayers for connection with the Supreme Lord, not just as a means to ask for something or the other in return or as a favor, but essentially to make a connection with our Lord. And there's no better way than to just simply copy paste the example of the senior acharyas who have benefited from doing so. So the bhajan essentially gives us the opportunity to imbibe the moods of the acharyas and thereby put ourselves in that similar position of seeking benediction and mercy of the Lord. So today what we want to do is start with a very beautiful bhajan. It's generally sung in the memory of any dear devotee or any loved sincere Vaishnava who's left the body. And we wanted to start with that simply to commemorate the passing away of a lot of senior devotees who've left their bodies in recent times, especially due to the pandemic and even otherwise. So stay with us. We will try and sing this bhajan together to begin with. And remember all the great Vaishnavas who've spent their time and energies putting together for what we have today in terms of the Hare Krishna movement and a lot of other religious setup, which give a source of encouragement and motivation to go ahead with our personal spiritual development. So we'll go for the translation first, Prabhuji, and I'll request a volunteer to do the reading of the translation so we understand what the bhajan is about, and then we can go into the singing of the bhajan. Any volunteers, you may raise your hand or just unmute yourself if you'd like to read the translation, please. Dhruv, can I ask you to read the translation, the 5 verses?
Hare Krishna, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
He who brought the treasure of divine love, and who was filled with compassion and mercy, where he has such a personality as the great Acharya Bhajan, where are my Sarup, Damodar, and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunath Bhatt and Gopal Bhatt? And where is Krishna Dasa Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I'll smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities. Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all of these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Das simply weeps.
Thank you. So, as it says, this song is typically sung in honor of devotees passing away. So it's a simple melody, and like I said, please join us in prayer, in remembrance of all the great exalted devotees of the Lord who gave their mission, gave their lives serving the mission to serve the Lord, and become an example for us to follow suit. Jaya Nila Prema Dana Corona Prachu Jaya Nila Prema Dana Corona Prachu Eno Prabhu Kotagela Charya Thakur Eno Prabhu Kotagela Charya Thakur Ahamora Swarupupa Rahasanatan Rahamora Swarupupa Rahasanatan Radhasa Raghunatha Patita Pavan Radhasa Raghunatha Patita Pavan Kahamora Bhatta Juga Kahakavira Kahamora Bhatta Juga Kahakavira Eka kale kota gela goranadara Eka kale kota gela goranadara Prasane kutivo mata anale pasivo Goranga gunera nidhi kotagele pavo Goranga gunera nidhi kotagele pavo Srisabha Sangira sange je koi lo vila se sangana paya kande narodamada se sangana paya kande narodamada Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jai Vaishnav Thakur, Jai Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora. Shrinam Sankirtan Yag Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bo, Hare Krishna. So thank you, dear devotees, for being with us so far. As I mentioned, that bhajan was in memory of all the departed Vaishnavas. We have a lot that we owe to the seniors who, by their own example, continue to inspire us. And I can verify from my own personal life within Manchester congregation and in the UK Yatra, there have been so many great examples of devotees who've been our inspiration. So if you had someone who's been your inspiration and inspired you to do well in your spiritual life, say a prayer for them, whether they still continue to be with us or have left, that we continue to take the motivation and inspiration from from their lives and push forward with ours. Thank you very much. So I'd now like to call upon Gauranga Prabhu to just say a few words and refer from the scriptures to confirm our understanding. And then we'll go into the evening with another bhajan. Over to Gauranga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Madhava Prabhu. Yes, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So there is a change in the plan today. Sometimes this has happened. We have to expect the unexpected in this world. We have to expect the unexpected. But no worries, we've been doing very well so far, and Madhava Prabhu has been doing a fantastic job of bringing singers from different places, and we have been running this Bhajan Sandhya for a number of months. It's been going very well.
Third year now.
Third year, yes. So this bhajan is, as Madhava Prabhu already mentioned, we sing it in the honor of the devotee who had passed away. And as Madhava Prabhu already mentioned, that there are some senior Vaishnavas we had lost from our movement. Recently, we had lost His Grace Pankaj Prabhu from this material world. So this is a song sung by Narottam Das Thakur. So he was singing this prayer in the separation of all the Vaishnavas, which we had lost. He was saying, where is Advaita, where is Swarup Damodar Goswami, where is Gaurang Mahaprabhu, where is everybody? So missing the association of all these associates, I am simply weeping, he says. So this is how a devotee always thinks, that is indebted. A devotee is always indebted to the previous acharyas, previous devotees who had done enormous amount of work, who had shown sincerity. So it's a gratitude to express our thanks to this previous acharyas. So Pankaj Prabhu had done a number of services, all of us know, tremendous service, and he and his twin brother Janivas Prabhu had done the service for around 50 years. To continue to do the service for a long time such a long time is not at all a joke. And they've inspired so many lives. So let us remember once again Pankaj Prabhu and offer our sincere prayers to him, and take his blessings, and ask for his blessings, so that we may able to get a tinge of that service attitude in our lives as well. Okay, Madhava Prabhu, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So thanks once again, dear devotees. We will try and do the next bhajan for the evening. This is a very wonderful bhajan written by a senior devotee, Vasudev Ghosh. The title is Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachira Nandan. And it's got 5 verses, and I just ask for that bhajan to come up on the screen. We can read the translation first, just so we understand what's being said in the bhajan. and then we can sing the bhajan together. So it's Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan. The bhajan is very nicely composed to essentially drive home a point that Krishna, or the Lord, comes in various forms, and he has multiple incarnations where he comes and performs his pastimes and engages with his devotees. The scriptures tell us, Bhagavad Gita says, Krishna's main purpose is multiple fold. The verse is Paritrana Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushkitam Dharma Sansthapanakaya Sambhavami Yuge. Krishna says, I come to protect the saintly, Paritrana Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushkitam, to finish or eliminate the miscreants, Dharma Sansthapanakaya, to re-establish the principles of religion, and therefore to do these things I come again and again and again in every time and age, in every species, in millennium after millennium. But as devotees, we understand that the Lord is so powerful, he's a source of everything. He doesn't really need to make an effort to kill or eliminate a miscreant or reset up the principles of religion. He can do so simply if he was to so desire, without even lifting a finger. So why then does he comes again and takes all the effort? And the understanding is that the real purpose why the Lord comes is simply to engage with his devotees. He's a person himself, he's a supreme personality. And it is his heart's desire to have these little interactions and engagements and exchanges with his own devotees. So when he likes to fight, he would make the arrangement such that one of his devotees would become a demon and give him a good fight. And he enjoys that. And likewise, when he wants to play, he will have some of his devotees become his friends, and then they will have some playful pastimes like the Gopas and Gopis of Vrindavan. Similarly, when he wants to experience some parental affection, he'll get some devotees to take on the position of his parents in Vatsalya Ras. Likewise, he engages with his devotees whom he loves so very much in a variety of relationships. So that's the real purpose of why he comes. And we'll try and sing this beautiful bhajan, which is, like I said, a confirmation of the fact that he comes in a variety of forms. And it is for the sincere, true devotees to recognize that the Supreme Lord is one, no matter what form or appearance he takes. So we've got the translation of this beautiful bhajan, and I'd last volunteer to read the translation. We've got some new guests who've joined us before, joined us today. Anybody who'd like to just read the short translation to this beautiful bhajan? You can raise your hand or just unmute yourself if you like. Or we can pick a volunteer. We've got Balaram today. Balaram, oh dear Bala, are you able to read the translation? If not, then we can get maybe Rajakumar Govinda Prabhu. Are you able to read the translation?
Yes, sir, Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Translation. All glories to the dear son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. All the tribus offer praise unto his lotus feet. In Nalakala he holds a conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, while in the town of Nadia he holds a sannyasi staff and water pot. It is said that in olden times, as Lord Ramachandra, he killed the demon Ravana. Then later, as Lord Krishna, he revealed the splendorously opulent pastime of Goloka. It is he who has come. He has come. Or from Braj, he has come to Nadia. Accepting the mood and luster of Sri Radha, he has come from Braj to Nadia. He has come. Now Lord Govinda, the cowherd boy, has come as Lord Gauranga. He has come distributing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Vasudev Ghosh says, with folding hands, he who is Gaura is he who is Krishna, is he who is Jagannath. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very nice. So we'll sing the bhajan now. I'm hoping you can see the bhajan on the screen wherever you are. You can sing at your end, and hopefully one day soon in the near future we can actually physically come together, and then we can have a call and response while sitting together to do these bhajans hopefully soon. But for now, we make do with what we have online. So here we go. Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Sachidanandan, Tribhuvana Kore Jai, Charana Vandan. Jai Jai Jagannath, Sachidanandan, Tribhuvana Kore Jai, Charana Vandan. Jai Jai Jagannath, Sachidanandan, Tribhuvana Kore Jai, Charana Vandan. Nilachale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadia Nagare Danda Kamandalu Nilachale Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar Nadia Nagare Danda Kamandalu Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana. Keho bole pura beta Ramana Bajila Ita Vaibhav Leela Prakash. Keho bole pura beta Ravana Bajila Lokera Vaibhav Leela Prakash Kori. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana Vandan. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana Vandan. Shri Radhar Bhave Be Gora Avatar Krishna Nam Gora Gorila Pracha. Shri Radhar Bhave Be Gora Avatar Hare Krishna Nam Gora Gorila Pracha. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Kore Jai Charana. Vasudev Ghosha Bole Kori Joda Haat Jai Gaur Say Krishna Say Jagannath. Vasudeva Ghosha Bole Kori Joda Haat Jai Gaur Say Krishna Say Jagannath. Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Koreja Charanavandan. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Koreja Charanavandan. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidanandan Tribhuvana Koreja Charanavandan. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvana Koreja Charana. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Shri Ram Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees, for being with us for this one. Over to Gauranga Prabhu for some additional commentary on the bhajan and otherwise. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Madhava Prabhu, that was very sweet indeed. Thank you so much. You can see that we can directly experience this listening to bhajans while the devotees sing. You can really experience a different feeling. You can feel that the purification process is taking place immediately. So as a devotees, Prabhupada has given us so many, practicing devotees, Prabhupada has given so many engagements for us. The sense is they need to be engaged in the right direction. So just like everybody, we like to sing or we like to listen to music, some melodious music. See, and these jnanis and other people, Ashtanga yogis, they don't have this opportunity. But Prabhupada has given us this opportunity to hear to nice music. And Prabhupada said that actually these bhajans are the sum and substance of the Vedic knowledge. Prabhupada says many times, he said in the lecture that all these acharyas have put the essence of Vedic knowledge in these simple bhajans. Because sometimes when you read the Vedas, they confuse you. You don't know the real meaning sometimes. But these bhajans, they are the essence. They clearly give the essence of that Vedic knowledge. Before we get into the bhajan, let me just bring up one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, how this process, a simple process, will actually help us on a regular basis. We were doing Bhagavatam the other day, and there is a beautiful verse. So I just wanted to bring that up and share it with you all, and I'm sure you love it. And because it is about singing, so and I take this opportunity to recite this verse, and it's got a beautiful meaning. And then we'll go back to the bhajan and discuss a couple of points from there.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Sorry, I was just going to say it was like you stealing Dhruv's thunder because the plan was for him to read the translation.
Okay, you can do
and
that
the verse.
now.
But
Yeah.
it just confirms that we're on the same page, as devotees, as practicing devotees, we're on the same page. So you're thinking of exactly what we were thinking. And it is indeed a very, very wonderful verse from the Bhagavatam. We only just recently read about it. And I'm going to request Dhruv to read the verse and the translation. And then we have our Pandavasena crew member Balaram with us today on the show. He can read the purport. It's not very long. So over to you, Dhruv.
Hare Krishna. Yat kirtanam, yat smaranam, yat iksanam, yat vandanam, yat charanam, yat arhanam. Lokasya sadhyo vidunoti kalmasam. Tasmai subhadra sravase namo namaha. Translation as well.
Yes, by Srila Prabhupada.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the all-auspicious Lord Shri Krishna, about whom glorification, remembrance, audience, prayers, hearing, and worship can at once cleanse the effects of all sins of the performer.
Wonderful. Thank you. This verse essentially refers to the processes of devotional service, and I'll ask Gauranga Prabhu to comment a little bit more on that. But these are the ways in which we can directly connect with the Lord in prayer, and the benefit, even though a pure devotee is not really looking for a transaction to happen or in trade return to come, but the benefit is that by doing any one of these elements, kirtan, which is what we're doing now, smaranam, remembering him through his leelas, or by the means of his devotees, vandanam, offering prayers to him, which is the challenge for the month of May on our ISKCON Manchester calendar, shravanam, listening his holy name and his glories, and arhanam, worshipping him with other devotees. It brings all auspiciousness, and the pages of the Bhagavatam are telling us that whoever does these or any of these very, very nicely can immediately have a cleansing of the sins performed by the performer. But Prabhupada cautions us in the purport that it should not be like a confession and then sin again system, like is prevalent nowadays. We need to be very, very sincere and conscious of not repeating the same mistakes again. But for anybody who sincerely wants to approach the Lord, there is assurance in these pages of Bhagavatam that anybody who takes up to this process of connecting with the Lord by any one of these channels, chanting, worshipping him, hearing about him, in the association of devotees, can get his sins cleansed immediately. So such is the power of these process, and the pages of Bhagavatam have assured this and confirmed this again and again and again. Every Wednesday, Gauranga Prabhu, he leads us into systematic studying of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and we just recently, last Wednesday, read about this particular verse. It's also been recommended as a memory verse for us to by heart and sing and chant whenever possible. So, Bhakta Balram, if you're ready to just please read the purport that Srila Prabhupada's given us. It's 2 paragraphs. And then we can request Gauranga Prabhu to just give some additional commentary. And then we're closing to the end of the program. We'll close with one more bhajan like that. Over to you, Bhajan.
Okay. The sublime form of religious performances to free oneself from all reactions of sins is suggested herein by the greatest authority, Sri Shukadev Goswami Kirtanam, or glorifying the Lord can be performed in very many ways, such as remembering, visiting temples to see the deities, offering prayers in front of the Lord, and hearing recitations of glorification of the Lord, mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Kirtanam can be performed both by singing the glories of the Lord in accompaniment with melodious music and by recitation of scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. The devotees need not be disappointed in the physical absence of the Lord, that they may think of not being associated with him. The devotional process of chanting, hearing, remembering, etc., either all or some of them, or even one of them, can give us the desired result of associating with the Lord by discharging the transcendental loving service of the Lord in the above manner. Even the very sound of the holy name of Lord Krishna or Rama can at once surcharge the atmosphere spiritually. We must know definitely that the Lord is present wherever such pure transcendental service is performed, and thus the performer of offenseless kirtanam has positive association with the Lord. Similarly, the remembrance and prayers also can give us the desired results if they are properly done under expert guidance. One should not conduct forms of devotional service. One may worship the form of the Lord in a temple, or one may impersonally offer the Lord devotional prayers in a mosque or a church. One is sure to get free from the reactions of sins, provided one is very careful about not committing sins willingly in expectation of getting free from the reactions of worshipping in the temples or by offering prayers in the church. This mentality of committing sins willfully on the strength of devotional service is called namno baladyasya hi papa bodhihi, and it is the greatest offense in the discharge of devotional service. Hearing, therefore, is essential in order to keep oneself strictly on guard against such pitfalls of sins, and in order to give special stress to the hearing process. The Goswami invokes all auspicious fortune in this matter.
Thank you so much, Dr. Balaram. Prabhu, if you'd like to just
Yes,
add a bit more, and then
yes, sure. Just a couple of points on that. So here, a simple recipe is given to eradicate the all auspiciousness that we have in our heart. It is said, Lokasya sadhyo vidnoti kalmasham. Kalmasham means the unwanted things. Vidnoti means cleansed. Sadhya means quickly. So sometimes we know some things we should do. And we also know that though we know things we should do, we don't do them. Yes, we know that it is good for me. These devotional practices are good for me, but we don't do because of our conditioning. At the same time, we also know that these things are bad for me. These things are going to hinder my devotional progress, and yet we do them. Knowingly, we do them. So this is due to our conditioning. This is kalmasham, because that conditioning, that unwanted things are there. They are forcing us to act in certain way. So that will be cleansed by doing these processes, simple processes on a regular basis, and they should not be concocted, and they should be done as directed by the spiritual master. So here 6 items are given. Kirtanam, which means singing or glorification of the Lord. Smaranam, remembrance of the Lord. Ikshanam, taking darshan of the Lord, looking at the form of the Lord. Vandanam, offering prayers. Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. Arghanam, worshipping the Lord. So these are the 6 items given. This is the prayer offered by Shukdev Goswami. And Lord here is called Subhadra. Subhadra means all auspicious. Shrevase, one who hears about the Lord, that person will get all auspicious, all auspiciousness. And we can do that. Take this challenge for a month and see the effect, see the transformation. That will happen in us. Not just one day, but do that for some time. Not just one off, but regularly do. Prabhupada also mentioned any of these items or all of the items. Just even one item on a regular basis will be sufficient to cleanse the unwanted things from our heart. So regarding that verse that Madhava Kumar Prabhu has sung, so Vasudeva Ghosh, this is the bhajan by Vasudeva Ghosh, and where he's just glorifying Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He's giving the real identity of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He's the son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata. And he's actually the holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, a conch shell, and the discs, Gada, maize, and the lotus flower in Nilachal. Nilachal is Jagannath Puri. So although he is the son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, but he's same as that Jagannath in Nilachal. And previously he appeared as Ramchandra. And later he also appeared as Lord Krishna. And that same Lord Krishna from Vrajabhumi Vrindavan Dham, he came to Nadia, Navadvip. And he took the mood of Srimati Radharani. And he's spreading the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Over to you, Madhava Kumar Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for elaborating on that. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Lord Jagannath, and he's none other than Lord Krishna. So here is the proof, and the acharyas are confirming. If there is any doubt, that gets dissipated by the medium of this bhajan. What we'll do now is we're very close to the end of the program, last 7-8 minutes. The month of May also is a very special month. In this month, we are celebrating coming Tuesday the divine glorious appearance of the Lord as Lord Nrsimhadev in his Lion Man incarnation. There will be a special temple program in the evening on Tuesday. Please keep a lookout for communication regarding that. But just to set the mood, we will sing the Narasingha prayers and leave everyone with thoughts about Lord Nrsimha, and pray to Lord Nrsimha to protect us as best possible and keep us away from evil. Of course, the pure devotee of the Lord, while practicing devotional life and discharging devotional service, eventually comes to a platform where he starts to firmly believe and trust and have full faith in the will of the Lord. So a devotee of the Lord doesn't complain whatever his circumstance is, as long as there is some opportunity to serve. So such is the mood of the devotees, and with that mood, we'd like to offer prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev to keep us engaged in service wherever we are because we know that by remaining engaged in service is when we are truly happy. The pages of Srimad Bhagavatam confirm this. There is a beautiful verse. It goes, Savaya pumsam parodharma, yado bhakti radokshaje, ahetuki aparatiyata, yayatma suprasidati. So the verse is saying that the prime occupation of all living beings is essentially to serve the Lord. Ahetuki aparatiyata, uninterrupted, unmotivated, without any ulterior motives, without any desire for any benediction or gifts in return, uninterrupted, unmotivated. Yayatma suprasidati. By doing thus is when one will truly become happy. We are like, you must have often heard, the fish out of the water. And when we connect to the Lord by the medium of these prayers, these bhajans, these verses, these sadhu sangas, and these different limbs of devotional service, we endeavor to put ourselves back into the ocean of devotion and thereby attain our permanent position, which is that of a servant of the Supreme Lord. And it's only then that we become happy, not otherwise. So, dear devotees, with that, let's just get into the last bhajan of the night, and we'll quickly do the translation first. It's a very short translation. Are there any volunteers? Anybody who would like to read the translation? And Anil Singhu Prabhu, are you able to read the translation?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Translation. I offer my obeisances to Lord Narasimha, who gives joy to Prahlad Maharaja and whose nails are like chisels on the stone like chest of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Lord Narasimha is here and also there. Wherever I go, Lord Narasimha is there. He is in the heart and he is outside as well. I surrender to Lord Narasimha, the origin of all things and the supreme refuge. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of half man, half lion, all glories to you. Just as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way, the body of the wasp, like demon Hiranyakashipu, has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Anil Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu.
And I'm sure all of us are familiar. Let's join together wherever you are in this prayer to Lord Nrsimhadev. And with that, set the mood in remembering Lord Nrsimhadev, the lion-man incarnation of Krishna, and start to meditate on his form and welcome him on his appearance day next Tuesday. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladala Dalaini. Hiranyakashi Purakshaha Srilatantana Kalaya Srilatantana Kalaya O Nrsimha Parato Nrsimha Yato yato yami tato Nrsimha Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha Nara Narasimhamadim Saranam Prapaje Saranam Prapaje Avakara Kamalavare Nasam Adbhuta Shringa Dolita Hiranya Kashipu Tano Bringam Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Kamalavare Nasam Adbhuta Shringa Lita Hiranya Kashipu Tano Bringam Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Jai Narsinghadev Jayo Narsinghadev Jayo Narsinghadev Jayo Narsinghadev Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Shri Lakshmi Narasingh Dev Bhagwan ki jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari 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 Bol Hare Krishna. Thank you once again, dear devotees, ISKCON Manchester and the wider congregation. Once again, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight. While we are still in limited service mode at ISKCON Manchester, we're trying as much as possible to keep associating with all of you online. Our Friday and Sunday programs are ongoing. We've not had a break ever since we went into online mode. Every first Saturday of the month, we have Srimad Bhagavatam class. Every third Friday, like today, we have Bhajan Sandhya. Every so often, we bring special guests to speak on a variety of topics. And we have our regular Sunday program as well. Friday, we are also focusing on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So there is a host of opportunities for you to continue to please connect with us, stay with us until we go back to the regular temple program. Thank you once again for being with us. Please join us for the Sunday program as usual, 1 o'clock, and then for the festival celebrations next week, Tuesday. Over to Gaur and Prabhu for any closing comments. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Madhava Kumar Prabhu, for that. And as you mentioned, Sunday we have Sunday lecture. Veena Vadini Mataji will be speaking on Prahlad Maharaj is the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu from Srimad Bhagavatam. That will be this Sunday. And on Tuesday, we will have an evening program starting from 7 o'clock. There will be Kirtan, there will be class, and class will be given by Dhinbandhu Prabhu. And after the class, we will have a quiz on Narsinghadev. So this will be from 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There will be quiz, and after that, we will do special Narsingha prayers as well on that day. So these are the two things that I wanted to mention. Once again, thank you so much, and we would like to see you all for these two upcoming events. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Nitai